I get to the race start, and there's this conversation that's been going on that people want a hammer because the priority is general category because this is stage 2. And I'm thinking, uh-oh. Hey, cycling community, this is Steve Grusis, the Cycling Greek. And hammer they did. This is one of the strongest starts in this category that I've ever been in. Even though this is stage 2, you don't have to do every stage to be in this race. People had the opportunity to ride stage 1 on every hour of the week last week. And now every hour of the week this week is stage 2. My training program and the different events I had coming up didn't allow me to do a stage 1 last week. But judging by how some of these guys are riding trying to go up the front right now, it looks like there's quite a few strong riders that did. Admittedly, my training program for the last 3 months or so has been quite unusual. I've either been doing endurance rides that have been going over 120 miles, or I've been doing 30-30s, an occasional Zwift race, or maybe some VO2 max work. Now, this extreme type of schedule is going to end in a couple of weeks. Reason being is that one of my goals that I have is this ultra event that's coming up in 2 weeks. My other goal that I have is to have fun racing and race as well as I can. When I'm talking racing, I'm talking actual on-the-road racing. My ultimate plan is to prepare for racing Masters Nationals next year. As everyone knows, every time you cross into another 5-year age group, you got to go to Nationals. And next year, my racing age is going to be 70. You may be asking yourself, why am I going off the front? Well, I'm going after Nathan Mueller from Canada. The reason I'm doing that is that right after the race started, I saw I had a teammate. Oh, my teammate? That's Derek Schubert from the U.S. Being the old guy in the strong field, I had to back off the intensity a bit. At least I got to bring back some real estate. Fortunately, the riders in the pack kept up the chase. Even though Nathan wouldn't have minded to solo in for the rest of the race, it would have been a long ways to go solo. He was probably waiting for a few other people to come out with him so they can form a good working group and keep away from the rest of the pack. Oh yes, before I forget, in the description below I have a link to the video I made of the race that I did this past Saturday, so this is like a couple days before this race. That video is about 10 minutes long, and of course there's commentary describing the tactics that was going on. Jumping ahead a bit, our pack of 46 is now down to a pack of 21. One of my main goals in these races is to finish with the front pack, but who are we kidding? At 69, that rarely happens. Finishing in the top third is cool, but finishing in the top half, that's what I always try to shoot for. And being in the top 21 right now out of 46, at least I got that part. So maybe I can go for the top third. I have now gotten the wheel of a small train that's going after, again, Nathan Mueller. He got away from us on the gravel, and fortunately we're pulling him back in, but he's motivated. It looks like he's again trying to get that small breakaway or to at least thin out the crowd, and looks like I'm the one that's being thinned out of the crowd here. We're not even halfway done with the race and I'm going backwards. So some magic has to happen for me to get into the top third, and I have to be careful about losing my top half. I am able to connect with 52-year-old Dave Brozend from the United States and 53-year-old Paul Cogan from Australia. Looking at the graphics on the right, the nearest people to us that are in back of us are about 8-9 seconds away. With over 10K to go, that's more than enough time for these guys to catch us. I'm also hoping that we can catch 1 or 2 stragglers that drop off from the pack ahead of us. Jumping ahead, it's now 4.5 miles later. Just under 3K to go, and now we are caught by 33-year-old TG from Mexico. He comes by us with authority. Now, the reason he's riding so strong because he wants to catch those groups that we're trying to catch. There's about 3 people about 6 seconds ahead of us. Now, from the messaging I'm seeing on the right side of the screen, looks like there's some angst going on in that group. 33-year-old General Lost from the U.S. is trying to entice the others to pull through. They may be getting a little tired, or they may be playing cagey. I am deciding what I should do. Actually, I'm deciding how much energy I have to do whatever I think I can do. My initial thought was to jump away from these guys with 1 mile to go, bridge up to the other group, sit on them, then jump away from them for the chase group sprint. Thoughts of an old rider. Well, obviously I didn't do that, so now I'm going to wait till about 1 kilometer to go. But now I'm starting to think that if I do that, I'm going to drag everyone else with me and they're going to jump me at the end. And I'll come in last of our 2 chase groups. So now I decided to practice something that I'm not very good at. Patience. It's looking like that group's going to come back to us, so that's what I'm waiting for. It's now 1/2 mile to go. That group probably has just 1 strong person in there. The other 2 are just hanging on, so now they're dialing back, and we are coming together. Now, if I was a much younger cycling Greek, I would attack right here and solo in. But I'm 69-year-old cycling Greek. I'm going to do the best that I can. Looks like the sprint has started. I accelerate, get up to the group again, dial back just a bit, and then I go. I got my ugly face on. I'm able to pass TG at the end. The 2 that finished ahead of me were from the group that we were chasing. I hope you enjoyed this video and you got something out of it. As always, remember, comment, like, subscribe, and remember to check out that other race video I have in the description below, the Cycling Greek.